Hey everyone, John Hendricks here from Boot Crew Media, coming at you with another episode of The Drive presented by Royal Honda. What's Tuesday? We got a exclusive look at the day 12 of Saints training camp today. And obviously, the big storyline that's going down right now for the Saints is that there was no Jameis Winston. And so we talked a little bit about it yesterday, told you what we knew about it, thought it was minor as far as the injury goes. And Dennis Allen confirming today that it is a foot sprain, a minor foot sprain. He will be day to day. He won't play for the next couple of days, and he will not play in the preseason game against the Texans. That's not really that surprising, but obviously there's nothing serious there. So that's the really good news for the Saints is that look, it's unfortunate these things happen, but happen on a rollout and 7-on-7s. And as we told you on Monday, that he stayed in for a little bit. They sent him in to get evaluated. Things look okay. So that's obviously one scare that we had that we can go ahead and put to bed now. On the other side, Marcus Davenport came back to practice today, which was a great sign for him. Obviously hadn't been out there much except for doing some individual work and such. And look, just to kind of talk about Davenport, if you guys remember last year with the pass rush, things were kind of slow out of the gate. And I'd never forget, I think it was week 7 or maybe it was week 7, right before they played the Seahawks on Monday Night Football, that I talked to Cam Jordan, and he was so complimentary of what Davenport brings into this defense. And lo and behold, that's really when this defense started to turn the corner, started getting after the quarterback, and really just turned in another stellar performance in the sack department. So getting him back, whether it's setting the edge or run defense, just disrupting the opposing tackle, the quarterback, all these different elements Marcus Davenport brings to the table. And so it's a good sign for him. Obviously, there's going to be a ramp up period, which seems to kind of be the big thing that we hear a lot with some of these players. So I would be surprised if he plays much as far as the preseason action goes. But look, Carl Granderson has been that guy opposite of Cam Jordan. He's bulked up in the offseason. He's up to 285 now. Look, I think he's somebody that's earned a good bit of playing time. They still have Tano Passignon. They have Peyton Turner, obviously, and Taco Charlton. So really anxious to see where this pass rush goes this season. I think it's one of the strongest suits on this team. And so we'll see how it kind of plays out. Taysom Hill was obviously back at practice, or still at practice. He was back yesterday, but they're not doing team drills yet. Again, kind of a ramp-up period. And so that's also another thing. These are kind of players I'd say probably not the best chance to play on Saturday against the Texans, but we'll have to just obviously wait and see. But as far as it goes, he's one of them. Jameis is the other one. Davenport would be another one. Ryan Ramczyk would be another one. They've had him on a maintenance plan, so that's why you've kind of been seeing Landon Young and as right tackle and going to do a lot of those things. We did get our first look at Trevor Penning. I'd say not first look, but extensive look because James Hurst was given a veteran rest day. So he was at left tackle, did pretty decent. So he's another one that I'm looking forward to watching against the Texans. Wasn't all good. Bryce Thompson got hurt at practice. It was in a one-on-one rep working against Kirk Merritt. Went down, lower leg injury, had to get carted off. Didn't look that good. I'm not a doctor. We'll have to see how it goes. But it's never a good sign. This guy was having last year. He was having such a good training camp. He had a good preseason, and he gets hurt in the final game. This year, same story. He's having a great OTAs, mini camp, somebody that Dennis Allen called out and could have multiple roles on this team, playing the slot, playing corner, playing safety. And, I'd be a little bit more pessimistic there as far as how things go. But, look, we'll see how it goes. A lot of football coming. Unfortunate part of the game, but speaking of Kirk Merritt, and he's looking strong. He's another guy I'm looking forward to against Houston that I think is just turned it on. Destrehan native and somebody that I think can really provide some jolt to this team. Maybe he can push Marquez. Quez. That's what you got to remember. Maybe push Marquez Callaway a little bit this season, and it'll be interesting to see that as well. As far as practice goes, obviously Andy Dalton took all the reps. Ian Book took them. They kind of split them up in half. They got some 2-minute drill work in. Look, I think some of the biggest takeaways aside, Jameis not playing is Michael Thomas is more than ready right now. I think there comes to a point, maybe you play a little of him just for some game experience. But after maybe joint practices with Green Bay, I'd probably put him in butterball wrap and just wait until week 1 because, man, Mike looks so good. He looks so ready. I don't think there's anything there. Again, I said it plenty of times on here that anything there that suggests he's hurt or anything like that. He looks fantastic. So really looking forward to seeing Michael Thomas in whatever form or fashion, if that happens and when it happens. But he looks himself. Traquan Smith's another one that's coming on. I thought he had a really good day of practice. That was encouraging to see. As far as the other sides of it, play of the day, I'd tell you with Aesop Winston Jr., he made a really sick catch in one-on-ones. I mean, I described it. It was nasty and so like sick at the same time and pretty and gorgeous. Like you just going on a fade route, Book has a great throw, but he takes his one hand, catches it. I mean, no, like full extension, just one hand palm it, like catch it like this. And it's was just so crazy to see, but man, he's another one that you don't know what's going to happen. He's doubles as a returner, but man, if he can turn it on, that's only good things for the Saints. But biggest takeaways from day 12, not a ton of action. Jameis, we got the reasoning why he was out. Still no Marshawn Lattimore. He's working his way back, from a hamstring injury. It's minor, but again, he's another one that I don't know if we'll see play, but it gives a lot of reps to other players if he doesn't. And so, Saints football preseason action is coming right around the corner. We'll be out there and obviously and talking a good bit about it. But if you want to see all day 12 observations and notes, just go to saints.media, find all my written work. And then obviously we give you a good recap here on Boot Crew Media. But thanks again to Royal Honda for producing today's show. Again, I'm John Hendricks for Boot Crew, signing out.